Alright, so I just got this package from the Cubicle. This should be the new Pyraminx that they're making right now, which is the Cubicle Mr. M Pyraminx. I heard some pretty good things about this Pyraminx, and it has this mod where the tips are a bit weaker, I believe, in terms of magnet strength. I'm not exactly sure about all the details, so let's just get straight into this. Alright, so here's the actual puzzle, and it seems like the tip is falling off, which is why I had that sound when I shook the box actually. But yeah, it's a Cubicle Mr. M Pyraminx. Let's see how good this thing is. So of course there's the cube stand, which comes with every Cubicle cube, which is always nice to have, even though I have a million of them now. And here's the actual Pyraminx, and this tip should hopefully just get on there like that, which is nice. Tips are kind of falling off, which is weird. Alright, it should be a bit better now. The outside is really looby, so I'm gonna wipe a bit of this off. Alright, so the first thing I noticed is that I'm not sure exactly about the tip design, but if you notice here, there's little gaps in some pieces, and when I push them down, it really doesn't help too much, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I know the tips are modified a bit, but it seems like some of them like have a bit of a gap there, which is not that great, but it shouldn't be that much of a big problem. So another thing I'm noticing is this texture. I'm not sure how I'll feel about it, but not sure if you can see it, but there's a bit of a texture there. Yeah. Let's get into first turns. Still a bit looby on the outside, so it's kind of slippery, but turns seem pretty nice actually. As you can see, I'm pretty rusty at Pyraminx, so yeah. But the turning itself is pretty nice. It's really smooth, and magnet strength is also pretty good for me. The tips themselves are also really smooth, and I feel like they're the perfect magnet strength. They're not too strong, but they're not too weak either. So yeah, those are pretty nice. The magnet strength of that is a bit weirder than my current main, which is the bell. These have quite strong magnets in the actual layers, and for the tips they're even stronger, I believe. So I feel like the size is also a bit different, and I'm not sure if it's just me, but it feels like the Mr. M is a bit bigger, which I think is a good thing because sometimes I think the bell is a bit small for my hands. So this bigger size I think is pretty good. Alright, corner cutting. I mean, it's not horrible. Uh-oh. That almost popped right there. Yeah, it has some weird popping stuff going on there, but reverse should be pretty good. Yeah, usually Pyraminxes have pretty good reverse. That's weird. This Pyraminx is quite flexible, and it's doing a lot of lockups like this. And yeah, it is kind of loose. Not too loose actually. But I should maybe tighten it a tiny bit because it feels kind of unstable. And yeah, this cube is actually pretty good. Like, it turns pretty well. It's really smooth. The magnet strengths are pretty much perfect for me. Like, they click just into place whenever you need them to, and they're not overly strong. The texture is something I got used to really quickly. It's not really the biggest deal, and obviously I would prefer a cube without them, but they're not even that bad, so I don't really mind them too much. So overall, this puzzle has a lot of potential actually. It's really smooth, and even though it's like I think a budget Pyraminx from ShengShou, it's actually a pretty good cube. Like, it turns pretty well, corner cuts decently, and it has some really nice turning. So my current issue right now is the tips. I'll see what I can do about that, but it seems like some are still kind of off, which is weird. But overall, this Pyraminx is really good, and it definitely has some main potential. So yeah, that's it for this unboxing of this Cubicle Pro Shop Mr. M Pyraminx. This is actually a pretty cool puzzle, and I can't wait to play with it a bit more. So yeah, thanks for watching.